Good morning and welcome to the Safe-T Group Webcast as part of a Planet MicroCap showcase. It is now my pleasure to turn the floor over to your host, Shahar Daniel of Safe-T Group.
Okay, thank you very much. It's my pleasure to present to Safe-T. So we are Safe-T, a Nasdaq and Tel Aviv Stock Exchange company. 1 second to see the forward-looking statement. Okay, so who we are? Leading provider of intelligent data collection solution, which is IP proxy technology behind, and cybersecurity solution, which is zero trust network access solution. We will elaborate later. We are rapidly penetrating to a very interesting market of more than $10 billion. We have highly scalable business model with high gross margins, and we have strong balance sheet worth more than $20 million in cash and no debt, which take us years ahead. As you can see in the list in the bottom of this slide, you can see that we have already a proven technology. We started with our new product just last year, and we engage with thousands of partners and customers all over the world. You can see the list of some of them, the AAA customers and partners all over the world. You can see that we are well recognized by the leading IT and cybersecurity analysts of the world, like Gartner, Forrester, and Frost & Sullivan. In the right side of the slide, you can see some financials. The structure of the company. So the company has two main lines of business. One of them is the cybersecurity, which is secure remote access solution, the space called Zero Trust Network Access, which is ZTNA. In the right side, you can see the second line of business, which is the business IP proxy technology that allows alternative data collection for businesses all over the world. Our current revenues is $5 million. That's how we finished 2020. The ratio is 20% for the cybersecurity, 80% for the IP proxy. In 2020, we built a net of partner for our Zero Trust Network Access solution. That's why we slow down a little bit the direct sales, and we engage with dozens of partners all over the world. We train them how to sell, how to implement, how to support, and this year we are starting to bear fruits from these cybersecurity efforts last year, and of course on the development of the IP proxy. We expect that by 2025, besides of our unorganic targets, we will see an organic growth till $50 million revenues, around 50-50 or 60-40 for the cybersecurity versus the IP proxy. In this slide, you can see the market opportunity. The market opportunity is amazing. The cybersecurity is growing. As you can see, the COVID took years ahead. The secure remote access now is in the front. The business IP proxy, also intelligent data collection from the internet, is growing, and we believe that in both sides of this slide, we will be as a major player.
Hi, everyone. Here's Eitan Bremler, Shahar's partner. I'll take us through the technical parts and then go back to the financials. So if you look at the trends, and I'll start with the cybersecurity side. If you look at the trends today in the market, and you can see here from NTT, it's all about zero trust. It's all about how do we allow organizations to control all the new users we generated, a lot of it because of COVID, and how do we grant them very strong remote access into our organization. Building on these trends, Safe-T is offering our Zone Zero platform to help organizations address the large growth of remote access. So we focus in the remote access space. And one of the problems in the space, and the cybersecurity is big, we're focusing only on remote access, is that one of the reasons and the things COVID created was the dramatically increase of remote users, especially work from home users. We always had remote users. We had people connecting from the road, from airports, from hotels. We had contractors connecting to our organizations. What COVID did is increase that by adding more users, specifically the work from home users. And now we have employees and clients and partners, all of them connecting through unsecure internet connections to our organization. This created a very big increase in our organization's attack surface, greatly increasing the number of security events we saw in 2020, and I'll show you statistics in the next slide. And organizations had to battle 2020 in two fronts. One, how do I prevent these attacks? And two, how do I run to add more users? And because more users means keeping business alive, most of our organizations focus on how do I support all of these new users, but with my existing infrastructure, because changing the infrastructure during work operations is very complicated. It's almost impossible. So they did not invest in new technologies to combat the attacks. So basically what we had by the end of 2020 is a lot of organizations with old networks supporting all of these new users, generating all of these new potential attacks. And if we look at some of the attack statistics, you can see on the right-hand side, very large amounts of attacks, very costly. The first 6 months of 2020 had the same amount of attacks like the entire 2019. And you can see here some of the brands which got attacked, whether it's ST Lauder or SolarWinds or Intel or Elta here in Israel, EasyJet, very big brands. All of them because of this increase in remote access use. What we offer, our platform, Zone Zero, is the only platform in the market today within the Zero Trust network access space, which is designed to address all access use cases. Whether it's a user in the office, a user connecting from home, a user connecting with a VPN from a hotel, from an airport, if it's a contractor or an employee, our platform gives our customers all the technologies they need, including patented technologies and our own IP, to address all of these remote access scenarios without the need to modify the network. We just plug into the network, very easy. In a couple of hours, you're up and running, and control access according to user identity. The fact that we do this without changing the network means organizations can now battle both fronts together, both prevent attacks and add all of the new users that COVID and remote work generated. You can see at the bottom a few sample customers like Philips, Lovego, the Israeli Army, etc. We sell our solutions through partners. We're a channel-oriented company. You can see here the map of all our different partners, quite big brands like Accenture and Fujitsu selling us across the globe, Pan-African partners like Data Group in the US, in South America, Asia. We have partners all across taking our solutions to their customers, either as a channel layer or a distribution layer. That allows us to penetrate pretty much all verticals and customer sizes. In terms of growth, we plan to invest in two growth drivers. One is organic, releasing more products, penetrating deeper into our customers' networks on the one hand, and on the other hand, through M&As, through either acquisitions or integrations or OEMs of our technology with other technologies in order to broaden our offering in an unorganic way to penetrate more cybersecurity markets rather than just the Zero Trust network access space we already do. So that is the cyber side. On the business IP proxy side, which is the second branch of our operation, this is technology we acquired a couple of years ago. The idea behind the business IP proxy network is to allow our customers to simulate users. Think about an e-commerce site, right? If I'm an e-commerce site in the US selling sneakers, and I want to sell it not only to US people, but also people out of Europe, Germany, France, Spain, and even with different pricing, right? I want to price it different for German users versus US users. In order to see whether what a German citizen would see, I need to browse as if I was a German citizen. That means I need to browse through a German ISP, not through a US ISP browsing to Germany. What our business IP proxy network allows us to do is allow retail organizations to sign up to our service and connect to our network and ask to be routed through an ISP in a different country. Think about a highway where they can choose the exit ramp, where they want to exit and how they want to browse, and then we can bring them out in Germany and have them browse their website through Germany and see how a German person would see their website. So it's all about real and accurate users and information. Our technology, which plays again in the IP proxy net space, quite a big space with quite a few vendors. The largest one being Illuminati, and we are right up there as the number 2. What we allow our customers to do is actually also choose the way they want to work. They can connect to our network of ISPs. They can connect to our network of mobile devices. They can buy the solution deployed in their network. We have the widest offering in the market today, not only the fastest and most secured, but also the widest offering. So regardless the customer type, large enterprise with a lot of retail, small organization, secure, homeland security organization, we have an offering for all of them. And this hybrid network allows us, a very wide market penetration. Customers are coming to us, signing up to the service, and choosing how they want to consume it. In terms of the use cases, as you can see in the next slide, very wide use cases. Could be advertising companies, could be e-commerce, financial, and our recent addition in terms of use cases are law enforcement. Think about Homeland Security wanting to browse the internet while hiding where they are. We allow them to do this. It's all the same platform. And also here in terms of growth drivers, we have the organic growth through the wide range of products we have, the ISP network, the mobile network, or the on-prem solution. And we're continuously adding more products to address a wider range of markets and verticals. And on the other hand, through JVs and M&As to take our business IP proxy technology to other markets who didn't even think or know that they need such technologies. So that summarizes the both product lines, and I'll hand it over back to Shahar to wrap up.
Thank you, Eitan. So just financial in glance. So as I mentioned initially at the beginning of the presentation, we have a strong balance sheet, by the way, the strongest we had ever, with more than $20 million in the bank. We have attractive gross margin profiles, and you can see some financials. In the right side of the slide, you can see the total revenues and the growth from 2017 till 2020. In 2019, we changed the strategy of the company, meaning we started to focus in the secure remote access solution instead of other cybersecurity solutions where till then, and we started the indirect sales approach instead of direct, meaning we built a really strong and stable net of partners all over the globe in order to spread with our products and to scale up the success story in each and every region and country. In the next slide, you can see the team. We have a team of veterans coming from the best security companies and leading the cybersecurity intelligence unit of the Israeli Army. And you can take a look and impress with all of them in the website and their CV. In the next slide, you can see the summary of this presentation and the key takeaways. So just to summarize the main topics and bullets from this presentation. We have a disruptive, innovative, and proven technology, as you saw. It's not only disruptive, it's not only innovative. We already have a bulletproof from our first initial customers and more than 70 customers, partners all over the world. We are penetrating to very interesting markets of more than $10 billion. We have highly scalable business model with attractive year-over-year growth and attractive gross margin. We have a strong balance sheet, as I mentioned, without any debt or any other toxics inside. We built a significant partnership network with Tier 1 players and Tier 2 players. We are pursuing strategic M&A. We did very successful 2 M&As in the last 2 years, so we proved ourselves and to the world that we know how to choose the right companies and the right team to join our journey. We are well recognized by the leading analysts of the world from a technology perspective, IT and cyber, like Gartner, Forrester, and others. We have our initial very strong customer base, reference customers that will be reference for the next success stories of Safe-T. So this is the presentation. Now we'll be happy to get the questions and to answer. Okay, so the first question is what makes the company unique and different compared to peers? So I will take it in high level because I guess it does not mean that I will take it feature by feature, but some topics. First, we are the only vendor in the space of the secure remote access that has a full platform, also touching cloud solution, hybrid solution, and on-prem solutions. Second, as Eitan mentioned, we have a variety of solutions because the secure remote access, the new ZTNA come and says, okay, man, or company, come rip and replace your VPN. We learned over the years that to replace VPN, you can read it in all the analyst reports, by the way, of Gartner and Forrester, to replace the old and sometimes good VPN technology is a very challenging mission. It's sometimes mission impossible because it's 30 years, it's deep inside. Customers, especially the big and the legacy customer, will not be so hurried to replace this technology. So we developed our Zone Zero VPN and MFA, which gives the customer the opportunity or the option not to replace the VPN, but to augment and to secure the VPN and to get additional layer of security to be a zero trust network access customer without replacing the VPN. Meaning, from time perspective, it can be a 2 weeks project or 2 weeks in implementation instead of 6 months or sometimes more. So I think these are our two main competitive advantages. Next question. What can you say about insider ownership of SFET stock? So I'm trying to understand the question, but at this moment, we don't have insider, meaning more than 10%. We announced on Morgan Stanley and some others that are more than 5% due to the Tel Aviv Stock Exchange regulation. But that's all I have to say. I don't know what to add here, but these are the insiders from Nasdaq and Tel Aviv Stock Exchange perspective. Additional questions? Okay. So I don't see additional questions at this moment. So okay. So thanks everybody. It was a pleasure. Of course, we have some presentation over this in the next hours. Very nice demands to see our presentation in one-on-one. And we are here for any other questions. You can see here the email addresses of myself and our IR firm. Thank you very much. It was our pleasure.
Thank you. This does conclude today's webcast. Thank you for your participation and have a wonderful day.